in spite of all the horrors in the world and the potentiality that the internet is nothing but a web of people talking to each other that aren't people at all, we did get the return of Baron Corbin, which that I have seen. A lot of people wanted us to expand on the return of Baron Corbin, dude, which I don't know I don't even know what more to say about it. It's like, yeah, bad show does bad thing. Duh.
Well, it's
Like,
kind of like,
where do you go with that?
I mean, there's supposedly Big Cass is on the radar, and supposedly Enzo might be on the radar, and I'd like to see them back. I think that they would actually do pretty well right now, especially in a company that's in dire need of personalities, larger than life personalities too. You can't just keep shoveling shit on fucking Dominic and Danhausen and expecting magic and gold to happen.
Right.
You know, but at this point, it's like Baron Corbin. At what point, who did he suck off to get in the good graces of TKO yet again?
Who does he have pictures of? It is absolutely okay. When you mention Enzo and Cass, there's an element of what if to their story.
Sure.
Right?
Oh, yeah. Because it was a stupid reason that it all fell apart. It was some phony fake bitch that fucking lied about her situation with Enzo, and Enzo handled it poorly. And yes, you pointed it out before, and other people have pointed it out that, yeah, he wasn't the nicest guy. He was kind of a problem. He
wasn't well liked anyway, so they were just looking for an excuse or a reason.
But the smoking gun, but that smoking gun was stupid. That was fucking stupid. And everybody can admit that when you have somebody fake, you know, oh, he touched me inappropriately. Never mind the fact that I sent everybody, you know, nudes and pictures of myself saying, wow, what a score, you know, like it always bothered me that he got framed for that, and literally framed, and the company never pulled back. I mean, they reported that shit to, like, what was it, USA Today? It's like they never.
Well, it was the time too, for sure. They weren't gonna fucking play around, and like I said, it's somebody they didn't like, so you weren't getting the benefit of the doubt when they don't want you there to begin with.
Yeah,
you know,
that's just dirty.
Like if that had been, you know, our Lord and Savior Seth Rollins or Roman Reigns or any of these wonderful guys that they just will bow down to endlessly, there would have been a complete investigation.
Dude, Seth Rollins fucked a Nazi and had his dick all over Twitter, and they still gave him a push to the moon. Right. Seth Rollins can't do anything wrong at this point. That guy is with the company forever and ever and ever, and this is just what we're going to have to deal with. He is the Hulk Hogan, the brother of 2026, and you would think I would side with more of a Roman vibe, but the Samoans have always been a thing in wrestling, so I can't even really put that on Roman. If Roman happened to be a white dude from Alabama, nobody would give a shit. Nobody would give a shit.
If his name was, if he was Ricky Fatuberg, no one would care. Like, that's...
I would. Fatuberg? Dear Lord. That's crossing the streams there, sir.
He's like, well, I really appreciate if you acknowledge me.
A Samoan Jew in wrestling? Ugh, you're never getting rid of him, Joe. Like...
Put your hands in the air and do it. I mean, man, what could go right with that rant? No, dude, it is fucking still hilarious to me though. Where Baron Corbin, where are you guys gonna go with that? They look at him and they're treating him like they do their favorites, and I'm still almost kind of surprised they even let him go to begin with. Because clearly he's got some sort of in. And they think to themselves, well, you know, we'll put him back on TV and see how he does. And if he doesn't catch fire, he won't.
How much? I mean, you heard about Sammy talking about that they wanted to give him a 60% pay cut.
Yeah.
And I would assume that he took it, right? Like he took the 60% pay cut. How much do you think Baron Corbin is working for even? Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he's working for like 20 or 40,000 a year.
All right, maybe not that, but probably.
I think he would be. Why wouldn't he be? You would take somebody that has some name value but is completely worthless. I mean, who's got who over a barrel here? Baron Corbin needs relevancy, and he wasn't getting it on Busted Open Radio. People were not tuning in to listen to Bubba, Tommy, and Mark talk with Baron Corbin. Like, it's just not happening. Like, there's nothing about this guy. He wasn't welcome or wanted in AEW. This guy has no home. Like, the homeless Baron Corbin gimmick is no longer a fucking gimmick. If this guy showed up with a stained yellow t-shirt and a meth addiction, I would not fucking doubt it. I'd be like, oh my God, he's shooting, brother. Like, it's just, this guy can only be signed to McDonald's pay.
Well, he's also, like, it's funny when we were talking about Jungle Boy the other day, where it's like, who's chasing down Jungle Boy? Only Tony Khan. All right, who's chasing down Baron Corbin? Only Triple H.
Do you think he just gave them his Lamborghini or whatever it was, his Lambo?
Yeah, showed him his extensive watch collection and all that shit. Which, by the way, like, I still laugh because people will say, like, oh, he's doing that just to be a heel and try to get heat or whatever. And I'm like, well, I don't know if anybody put this together, but whether people have said it out loud or just kind of kept it to themselves, that doesn't rub people the right way.
Well, it's not even that. I always thought it was silly when people said that, because at the time he wasn't working a gimmick that his money mattered at all.
Right. Yeah, he was a biker guy at that time. Like,
this was before the homeless gimmick and shit. When he was out there telling everybody and showing off his Lambo and his little heavy metal shit, he had nothing to do with money. There was no money on the table. That was not a part of his gimmick. That wouldn't have sold anything. Like, it's one thing if, he was doing that when he was homeless Baron Corbin and somebody gave him shit and he's like, look at my Lambo, be like, all right, well, you're just being a cunt because you're blowing up your own fucking thing. But this wasn't that. So it was always stupid when people say, oh, he's just working a gimmick. No, he's not. He's using the fact that he's a wrestler to cover it up, but he's just being a bitch.
And of course there's always something too. And it's completely created by the internet, influencers and that whole culture and shit, where now you're starting to see the actual death of that. The person that's just, look at me on my vacation because I have money because I have it. Like, that's going away because at this point people just
don't have money.
They don't go, right. They don't go, oh, wouldn't that be nice? They actually look at it and they're just like, hey, you know what? Fuck off.
Yeah.
Fuck all the way off with this weird bragging bullshit, like, buy this $250 lip gloss. It's like, dude, shit's bad. Why am I supposed to be watching this for pleasure? It's making me feel like complete fucking trash. But that's it. It's like, what was his whole deal at that time other than, look, I'm doing this to piss, I'm pissing off the internet. Which, this is the thing I think that those guys, and to some extent the girls, but more so the guys, don't get, is it's the people you don't see. It's the reactions you don't get.
Yeah.
The people that you do get that are like, fuck you, you're a bum, or you suck, Baron, or, you're no good. Yeah, sure, that's great. But what about the people that just see that and go, yeah, no, that guy sucks, and I'm just never gonna fucking give him money or attention ever again just because it's gross.
Well, that's where the trade-off has to come in as far as the company goes. I think he's working for such a pittance that maybe there's some kind of silver lining to hiring Baron Corbin. Maybe making Baron Corbin some kind of a whipping boy for guys like Danhausen or a whipping boy for a Joe Hendry is good enough for them to hire him for like $20,000 a year.
They're probably giving some of these people whatever, $100,000, $80,000, which still is like, it's not bad money. You're obviously surviving, but coming off of 10 years of getting paid.
I hope they don't. I hope they're not paying them that much, because then they're just wasting money at that point. It would be. It's counterproductive to me to even pay Baron Corbin $100,000 a year when you know he's not going to even bring in $100,000 a year.
No, God, no.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. But you could sit there and maybe give Sami Zayn 5 more points on his fucking paycheck for doing a good job. His
social credit score, is that what you're saying?
Something, man. It's it's such a silly way that they're conducting business, and I understand that they're trying to cattle in everybody and make Roman happy and Seth happy and Brock happy and shit. But like, at what point are you really hurting your future by making sure that everybody else is in the red? You know,
they're selling this thing off for parts, dude. Let's be real. Like, that is what is going on. When I see things like WWE is selling their fucking old plane or whatever, it's like, would you be surprised if they're not getting a new one? If they're just like, yeah, we're just anything that we perceive as an asset that we will not pay to use and we don't want anymore, yeah, fucking peace out. You can just go. Because WWE or TKO or whatever this version is, nobody's looking at this anymore that has like a real sense, that thinks that this is, this is for life.